And next we have one of our foundation directors, John Sargent, who's a vice president for Murphy Brown, and he's going to be talking with Dr. Steve Matthis, who is our Dean of Agricultural Programs and Division Head of Ag. And, he's got so many titles, I can't really remember all of them. But Steve and John.
Thank you very much. John and I would like to talk a few minutes about the swine industry in eastern North Carolina and how the community college fits together with the industry and how we work together as a team. So I'll ask John a couple of questions here. One thing about the employment opportunities that are available at Murphy Brown today and in the future. Maybe.
You bet. On the East Coast, Murphy Brown currently employs about 2,200 employees. In my region alone, it's right at 600, and on an annual basis, my region will replace about 120 employees. Majority of those employees are production employees directly on the farm and are always interested in looking for good hires to come to the farm.
In the education part of it, what do you kind of look for as a person comes in to work with Murphy Brown? Like somebody was graduating from the community college, or what do you prefer?
Definitely. Any further education in agriculture is great for us. We hire at all levels, from an entry-level position to manager trainees to managers, department heads. So I guess the higher their education level, the more experience that they have in production, their higher entry point into our system. So we have ranges from technicians all the way to vice presidents in Murphy Brown. So the higher the experience level, the better it is for us.
Some of the experience I've had with working with the companies here in eastern North Carolina and working with the swine industry and training all ages, actually. Start off with students right out of high school and doing a lot of adult training. And in doing that, I found out that I'd have very little trouble placing anyone that wants a job. And it seems like to me that once they come in, get a little training here, a basic training, then they move right on in, and seems like they're just a little bit better fit for you when they do that.
No question. As they come in out of a community college or out of a four-year program, they fit really well into our system. The experience, the knowledge that you teach them in the classes at the community college really help. Gives them, maybe people without a background in agriculture, gives them a step into the system and works really well for us. So we always look forward to a graduate from you or that has worked with you in the past to be an employee for us.
I know that you know, we do a lot of training for you. Explain a little bit to the group some of the training that we do for you and how it fits. And I know Murphy Brown also has their own training program that once a person comes in, they have to move up, how they move up through your system. And even though they come in with training from the community college or some basic skills type stuff, then they require more training. And basically, it never stops, does it?
It does not. We've had a long relationship with the community college and with your department. Probably one of the biggest areas we focused on is repair maintenance technicians. They have a pay for skill training, whereas they progress and go through your repair maintenance programs and test out, they're paid at a higher level. I've also taken a portion of my service staff that actually visits the farms, and we put them through a ventilation program that we've discussed and set up and is really working well for us. So we use the college and Steve's department in many ways, whether it's ventilation training, repair maintenance training, any further management development that we can do.
One of the things that I think is interesting that we're doing at the community college that focuses on a continued education part of it, I guess you'd say, is we're doing distance education, and we teach Murphy Brown employees. Actually, at this time, I'm teaching a class here in Sampson Community College that's got about 10 students in it. I'm teaching a group in Tarboro, North Carolina that has 8 students, and I'm also teaching a class in Franklin, Virginia that has about 12 students in it, and they're done simultaneously over the TV, interactive internet TV. And it works really good. They're just like they're sitting in my classroom when I'm teaching them, because I actually have control of their classroom via their camera. I can control their classroom. How is that working out, and do you foresee doing any more of that distance education in other areas in the United States owned by Murphy Brown?
Certainly. It works very well. It allows us to bring a population in and get trained through the college without coming all the way to Sampson County. With the remote locations that we have in eastern North Carolina and Virginia, as well as what we have in Murphy Brown Midwest, which is Algona and Utah and Missouri and Oklahoma, I think it only opens up the opportunity for us to have better trained individuals through this program. And as you said, we have opportunities internationally. Hopefully at some point in time you'll be able to communicate and teach to Romania or Poland or some of our other international places.
Just tell me when, I'm ready.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And one of the last things we'd like to talk about is this year, Murphy Brown is offering 5 scholarships throughout the county and 5 different high schools, and they go to a senior that's coming into Sampson Community College in the animal science program. And what's really neat about that, it's $1,000 per school. So they're giving $5,000 to a student, excuse me, that's coming into our program. And if you want to talk just a little bit about that and how it's going to develop and hopefully continue, hopefully.
You bet. I worked with my HR manager, Becky Strawn, and she's instrumental in developing the scholarship program with Lisa and with you to really attract high school students into the animal science program and hopefully allow them to develop the skills and want to come work for hopefully us, Murphy Brown, or at least another production company on the East Coast.
That's right. Well, I thank you very much, and thank you for all you do for us and allowing me to teach your employees. I appreciate it.
You bet. We appreciate everything that the community college does for us and that you do for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve and John. And I'm so glad they did touch on that Murphy Brown scholarship, because we're kind of getting into our scholarship season now. So anyone who thinks they might be coming to the community college next year wants to go ahead and fill out a scholarship application. And back to those ag-related scholarships, the Murphy Brown ones are going to be really nice, generous scholarships. We also have one for the Sampson County Farm Bureau, and there's an ag scholarship with Butterball as well. So look into those, ask your guidance counselors, or call the college, and we can help you out with that too.